Hello, welcome to this online tutorial of YED. So I'm assuming you all remember that Y in economics is a abbreviation for income. So it's income elasticity of demand. So the first thing I need you to do is pause the video, and define what is meant by YED. Okay, so hopefully you wrote down that YED measures the responsiveness of quantity demanded of a good or service to a change in income. Okay, so it's similar to PED, but you obviously change price to income, so it's the relationship between someone's income and the demand they have for products. So obviously it's good to also remember the formula. So pause the video, write down the formula. So the formula for YED is the percentage change in quantity demanded over the percentage change in income. Okay, you have to remember that. So hopefully you've all got that. And then from that, the different coefficients, really there's only four things you have to recall, okay, about YED. First thing you have to remember is what it means if the answer is positive. So write down what a positive YED infers. So that infers that it is a normal good. So normal goods are your normal goods and services that we tend to buy, clothes, maybe things like TVs, electronics, or even a car. So as our income rises, the demand for these things goes up as well. If it's negative, what kind of good is it? So hopefully you've got that is an inferior good. And three examples of inferior goods are public transport, own brand goods, and mincemeat. So for example, if your income goes down, you may demand more use of public transport like trains and buses because your income's less. You can't maybe afford to run your car as much to pay for the petrol, the taxes, etc. Same for own brand products. So people might tend to buy more supermarket own brand products if their income goes down, whereas if their income goes up, they will buy less of them. And mincemeat is a similar example. They might, if their income rises, demand less mincemeat and move to things like fish or steak or better cuts of meat. The other thing you have to recall about YED is if the answer is greater than 1, obviously that makes it elastic. So write down what the answer means if it's greater than 1 and what the answer means if it's less than 1. So if it's greater than 1, it means the product is a luxury good. So the demand is very responsive to changes in income. And if it is less than 1, it implies the good is a necessity. So we will buy these necessity products no matter what happens in income. Okay. So it might be a good idea to go back through the video there, or this part of the video, and see if you can recall all the answers and the examples of all the normal and inferior goods, for example. But we also have to remember what XED is. So X obviously stands for cross price elasticity of demand. So pause the video, define XED. So hopefully you have XED is or measures the responsiveness of quantity demanded of good A to a change in the price of good B. Pause the video, formula. So hopefully you've got it is the percentage change in quantity demanded of good A over the percentage change in price of good B. And just like last time, there's 4 possible outcomes that could be the case. How about this time you try and do them all and pause the video. So hopefully positive, you remember back to determinants of demand. That means they are substitute goods. Okay, so if the price of good A goes up, the price of good A goes up. Price of good B, if you look at the formula, goes up. The quantity demand of good A goes up. So for example, a substitute Xbox and PlayStation 4. If the price of Xbox goes up, more people will move across and buy PS4, and the quantity of PS4 will increase. And then obviously from that, if it's negative, it implies they are complementary goods. So for example, if the price of petrol goes up, we should see a fall in the long term in the demand for cars, okay, as they are complements. Hopefully as well, you've got, if the answer is elastic, it means they are close. They have a close relationship. So perhaps complements like cereal and milk if the price of cereal goes down, you may see a large increase in the demand for milk, as they are close complements in this case. And if it's less than 1, it means the relationship is weak. Okay, so for example, say cereal and jam. Okay, you would the answer probably would be negative, but it would be very weak. Or relationship between the two. There might not be any response if the price of cereal goes up. What happens in demand for jam? Okay, so if it's less than 1, it means it's inelastic and there was a weak response. So that's everything for cross price elasticity of demand and YED. So you can go back through the video there and pause and try and answer all the questions again if you didn't quite get them all right.